Hi, it's me again from WYD Zari, and today we're going to talk about podcasts. So, anybody who knows me knows that I love podcasts. I sometimes listen to podcasts more than I listen to music, but it's good for me. I love getting information from other people who are genuinely funny, who have nice stories, and then I just feel like I learn so much and I grow up so much. So, I came up with a list of my favorite podcasts that I would love to give to you guys. So, number 1, The Friendzone. The Friendzone with Dustin Ross, Asante, and Hey Fran Hey is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. They talk about mental health. They are hilarious. They go through pop culture and just everything that you need in like 1 hour to 2 hour chunk. You will laugh, you will question what you've been doing, you will learn a new journaling tip. Honestly, after listening to that podcast, I grew up and matured so much. Like, I felt like I listened to that podcast before I moved to LA, and I feel like I was like 50% more prepared for life in general after that. And it's just such a good podcast like to have. And Hey Fran Hey has a buttload of information that anybody can take advantage of, and I absolutely love her, and I love how funny Dustin is, and it's just hilarious. Like, I actually look forward to like my notification being like, the Friendzone just came out with a new episode. Okay, and my number 2 podcast is The Reid, run by Kid Fury and Crystal, which is a podcast that everybody should know by now because it's The Reid. Like, we love The Reid. We all love The Reid. And The Reid goes through pop culture. They also go through a lot of mental health tips. And they are hilarious. Like, if The Reid was on the radio and had a TV show and had a podcast, I think I would listen and watch everything that they had. And they do have a TV show. So if you want to, go ahead and check them out. And if you really like video games, The Reid also talks about video games and mental health, like just everything. The third one is TED Talks Daily. Everybody should know about TED Talks Daily. They're probably one of the most popular podcasts. You just learn about so much. You just learn about so many different things from TED Talks, like about science, about people, about art, like. And then they have like inspiring speeches in there that like you literally have a podcast for any day of the week. Like, if you want to learn about how agriculture is affected in Africa by their water systems, they have like 5 about that. You want to learn about sharks in the middle of the ocean. One of my personal favorites is about sloths. I love their TED Talk about sloths. It's hilarious, and if you can find it, I may put it down in the description. It's so funny, and it makes you actually want to have a pet sloth or just see a sloth in general. Like, when I went to Costa Rica, I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta find a sloth. We have to find a sloth. Please, 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 please. So that's TED Talks. And then fourth one is Weekly Energy Boost, which is ran by the Kabbalah Center. So they come out with one every Monday, and they just talk about everything from like the teachings of the Kabbalah to like how the moon is going to affect your week and what you should look out for, what you should try. And I really, really love like how they put it together. Like, they give you a lesson in the Kabbalah, then they're like, listen, it's the moon of Gemini, so be careful out there. Like, if you want to do things fast, like, slow down, okay? And I love it because I like all that mystical stuff, and I'm very interested in the Kabbalah. I think it's very cool. And then my next one will go to Lip Service. It's actually a tie between Lip Service and Whoreible Decisions. Both of them are sex podcasts. So if you don't know much about sex and you want to learn a little bit more, go ahead and give Lip Service and Whoreible Decisions a listen. You will learn a lot more than you ever learned in that middle school or high school class you took in sex ed. A lot more. And it actually makes you, at least for me, it made me more open and learn about other things that people are doing that I didn't know even existed. I was like, what? So I listen to that every week because I like to be informed. And I love both those podcasts like equally. I equally listen to them on the same exact day. And you just learn so much more than you probably were like, wait, you could do that? Woo? So I love Lip Service and I love Whoreible Decisions. And then my next one comes back to Sunday. My favorite Sunday activity is to listen to Oprah's Super Soul Sunday, which comes out as a TV show and a podcast. But you know, I don't have cable, so I listen to the podcast. And I just love everything that Oprah does on Oprah Super Soul Sunday. She talks about different religions. She talks about everything, like spirituality with all these famous people, along with like authors. Just amazing. And I don't know, that's a good reset for my week, to get like, oh, what does Michael B. Jordan believe in? And it's just so nice to go for there. Or like, what does NDRE believe in? How does she see the world? Or how does like this lesson impact my life? And I just really like how Oprah has like put it down. And you know, we love Oprah, we trust Oprah. So yeah, okay, that's the end of my podcast segment. Thanks you guys, and come back again. Deuces.